Hi, my name is Neziah Smith, and I'm a student at the University of Mississippi. I'm a transfer from Copiah Lincoln Community College, and I major in biology and biology education. Thank you all for reviewing my application for the Fredrick Douglas Global Fellowship. And the truth is, I have a very unpopular view of the current Black culture, but I have a high sense of fidelity and respect for my African American ancestors. When I gave my valedictory speech, I saw it as my last chance to encourage my fellow African American students to claim who they are and whose they are before they get lost. To remember the beauty and capabilities of their ancestors, to remember how strong and intelligent they were, their love for God, and to honor the people who set a path for them. I did not only express my sentiments to them in speech, but I lived my beliefs out on our campus. Some did not heed this warning, and it's sad what the new century has brought us to rewarding foolishness over virtue and passing down pain from generation to generation. I know this is an unpopular viewpoint to have as an African American. Even my father, after the speech, thought it was a little self-righteous, maybe a little uppity. But I got encouragement from so many parents and so many adults. But I knew what my classmates needed to hear and the truth that needed to be said, and expressed it as an individual within a community. And I believe Frederick Douglass would agree with me when I say that correction is an opportunity to breed improved actions. If Frederick Douglass never thought that his words mattered or that his correction would breed freedom for African Americans or for people in general, I don't think he would have spoke. But to me, leaders like Frederick Douglass, Daniel O'Connell, Nelson Mandela, and Bishop Desmond Tutu are a reminder of individuality and unity. They all fought for the same morals and ideas while being totally different people with their own personalities, their own gifts, and spheres of influence. They took the initiative to use their gifts to make a difference for and in others' lives. I believe the revelation that Frederick Douglass felt when he went to Ireland was that the outward treatment he experienced matched the individual that was inside. This was a new reality for Douglass. You see, his personality, his intelligence, his mannerisms did not change. He always knew who he was and the God that he served. These attributes were given respect and a free range to shine beyond his color when he went to Ireland. Frederick Douglass wanted African Americans to feel that same physical freedom as the mental and spiritual freedom that was already internally in their grasp. Frederick Douglass said, "I prayed for freedom for 20 years, but received no answer. I prayed with my legs." You see, Frederick Douglass matched his faith with actions and fulfilled God's will to take care of those in need. He did not see his freedom as a right only to be enjoyed by himself, but he saw it as a responsibility to freely give back into others' lives. I want to see the Black community as a group made up of powerful individuals, people renewed with the love of Christ, stepping into freedom, physical and spiritual, and knowing their worth and using it wisely. Through this experience, I want to better understand how I, as an individual, can shape the future of my people and community, and I can explore that inquiry because of people like Frederick Douglass. Stepping into my past public speaking roles has in general been my most difficult leadership challenge. I say this because I'm usually on the far end of the introvert scale, but I have learned to embrace it as I was called on more and more by God and through my teachers and the leaders in my community. And I always seek to say something truthful and beneficial to others, and to some people's dismay, something convicting. Something that ties into uh, a leadership challenge I've had is my role as a point guard on my high school basketball team. Coming off of a state championship win, my team was left with a much younger crew. It was definitely hard working with a lot of young Black girls, and one day we had a big uproar among the team and Coach sat us all down and had one of those kind of cinematic locker room chats. And for some reason, everyone just started opening up about the things that were bothering them. And being a senior, I surprised myself by whipping out all that advice and encouragement I had, like it was just sitting in my back pocket. Through that conversation, I learned a lot about the distress that was going on in the Black community because of sexual violence and misconduct against women and children, minors, within the Black community. And this and other events and conversations and things that are going on in our community encouraged me to, when I went to community college and was a leader of my school's Phi Theta Kappa, led me to do a joint sex trafficking and domestic violence awareness campaign. Through videos and surveys, I was able to kind of just spread awareness and assess the things going on in my community. A lot of hurt and things like that are compounded within the Black community because of these issues that are usually never addressed, and a lot of times by family members, so they're swept under the rug. I come from a very opinionated and outspoken family, and from the outside, people would probably think there was something wrong with us. But being from this type of family, you see that conflict can bring a sense of unity. This only works when each individual knows that no matter what opinion exists, their love for each other should never change. It should never waver. Having a family like this provides an advantage in my life when it comes to interacting with other individuals. It allows for growth as well as sturdiness in my opinions, because opinions that are never challenged can become unreliable. I believe disagreements are stating your viewpoint, but not determining someone else's. You also can respect someone else's views without necessarily agreeing with them. One of the things I do think about the Black community is that we have lost our bearings on how to truly be free. And a lot of that is due to the effects white society had on us, but it's also of our own doing. A former slave, James Lucas, once said, "Slaves did not know what to expect for freedom. They did not know just exactly what it meant. Folks who ain't never been free don't rightly know the feel of being free." Galatians 5 verse 13 says this, "For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another." I have not fully delved into activism at this point in my life, but I know if I would, my role would be to bring my people back into their relationship with God and into a sense of dignity that got us through slavery and segregation. So I'm interested in this program, not because I'm a perfect activist now, but because I want to start my journey by understanding how the past heroes stepped into the roles they are so well known for, and what that can look like in my life.